are looking for four girls who would like to learn about robotics and compete with teams from other countries. It'll show Afghan girls in a new light. Are you interested in...
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the Film Cricket, and today we're going to be talking about the latest movie I saw, Rule Breakers. Um, I really just want to kind of get into this one. There's not a lot to say other than it's a good movie. So, Rule Breakers is a Angel Studios film, and I want to kind of get that covered before we get into anything else. I know a lot of people think Angel Studios, it's one of them religious studios. They're going to be very preachy. The acting's not going to be any good. Don't get me wrong, I'd still go see it regardless. I like movies. I like religious movies. I like all sorts of movies. But none of that. That's not really the case here. You go see this movie, it's going to be like any other one. The acting is actually really good. There was two side characters that I went, ooh, that was rough. Why are you in this? I don't mean to call out the extra who played the FedEx guy near the end of the movie, but I'm like, you're not great. But generally speaking, I took my wife, my grandson, my two daughters, or two of my daughters, to see this. And one of my daughters commented, she said, Dad, look, I just felt like I was watching their lives, right? It was that good of acting, right? It really sucked her in that much. And then on the preachy side, the only thing you really get for religion in this, obviously, they're Afghan girls. There's a lot of religion that way and how that affects their lives. But religious preachy, later on in the movie, they meet a guy who says his name is Jesus. He says, like Jesus. And the one head lady goes, you mean like the Christian prophet? He goes, yeah, you got a problem with that? She goes, nah, my dad was named after Muhammad, so, and that's it, right? That's it. It's just, look, in fact, if anything, that's a coming together cultures thing. So this scene you just saw there, right here with the guns, this is kind of how the movie starts, right? And it starts one of those, we want to get you sucked in, get some action going, and then we'll flash back. So even though this is one of those really predictable movies, underdog team, where are they going? How are they getting there? Will they make it? We always know they usually do. Although in Rocky, side note, you realize that in the first Rocky, he doesn't win, right? Like he doesn't beat Apollo Creed in that first movie. So they don't always win there when they're the underdogs. We kind of know they are here. It's based on a true story. Anyway, so in 2017, their car gets shot up, and like, okay, now let's flash back to where they were. And then the first 20 minutes or so of the movie brings you up to speed really quick, right? Like from her as a little girl there, seeing the computers, wanting to figure them out, getting older right here, and turning it on for the first time, then coming in and saying, hey, I see the world this way. I want to start teaching people in my college this. Well, first she wants to study in the college, she wants to teach people, and then boom, we're back where we were in 2017 with her trying to create this team of young girls to do a robotics competition. Most of it after that, pretty straightforward. What is the journey they take to get to the final round, to the final competition in Albuquerque? What are their setbacks? What are the things that hold them back? The movie moves, right? It actually has a very good pacing to it. There's not really a time where I can remember looking at my watch thinking, okay, this is dragging on. Okay, we're getting sucked down into some sappy speech that no one really cares about. None of that. Even when you get into some of the more sappier type speech things, they're very short lived and they're very driving of the plot, right? They move you forward to the next event and to the next event. Side characters that I love, the one girl's dad, right? Like he's a side character, and I told my wife, like when after he's like third or fourth scene, I'm like, I really like that guy, right? He's cool, he's funny, he's a great dad. So look out for him. What else is there to say about this one? Look, there is some parts in it that are harder to watch. There's some emotional parts in it. So if you get emotional during movies, that might be a little bit for you. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. It's still a story of triumph. The other thing you got to remember, and this is what I found really interesting, actually, from a political standpoint, and I don't get really political into a lot of my reviews, although when the movie provides for it, like this one does, then being political makes sense. And here's the thing, guys. One of the things I liked about this movie is it very well could have been a bunch of American girls fighting the patriarchy, showing that they could do robotics, getting to nationals and all that. Okay, we're past that in our country. We really are. And if you're not from America and watching this video, first off, thanks for watching my film, my review. But second off, we don't. I know people try and make that what we are. It's not. We're actually pretty equal at this point. I can't think of anything that girls can't do that boys can. But in Afghanistan, where this movie takes place, it is a real issue. These girls, when they're trying to make something of themselves, when they're trying to have a better education, when they're trying to learn the computers, when they're trying to come to America to be in this competition, they're putting their lives and their family lives in danger. And you see some of that in this film. There's a point where the one dad who owns a car shop, he gets a letter from the Taliban saying, you better knock this off, right? So I want you to believe and to know the stakes of this movie are real. They were real, and this really actually adds that extra element to it. It's not just some PC tripe out there that we're all supposed to stomach and go, well, okay, well, that's right, it's hard for girls. Okay, no, this is real. You want to object to oppression of women in this world. This is where you need to be looking. In fact, at the end of the movie, the scroll comes on, right, so that you say, hey, this is what happened to this person and this is what happened to this person. It talks about how the Taliban has now taken, and this is all news, right? Like if you follow the news, you know this. The Taliban has taken Afghanistan back, and these girls that were coming up to computers and education and all this can't do it anymore. They've been shut down. This is all that they're done. The girls in this movie don't live in Afghanistan anymore. The main woman in this movie, she doesn't live in Afghanistan anymore. They're out of the country, and it's good for them because they have a better life for it. And we can only hope that the remaining girls that live in countries like Afghanistan have a chance to be successful. And if you're in Afghanistan right now and you're watching my film and you're saying, hey, Film Cricket, don't tell us what to do with our country, look, that's a conversation for another day. I'm just talking about this film versus what's happening in the rest of the world. All right, it's good. You see the tomato meter there. You see the popcorn meter. I pulled these down today. Today's what, the 16th. So I pulled these down today. I think they're very fair. I don't usually give too much stock in the tomato meter. It's a lot of critics. They're not like us, right? They're not normal people going and seeing a movie. They're people that do this for a living. But 82% is good, right? It's a good rating. Look at that 97 there. Look, that's legit. That's people that have seen this movie, like this movie, identify with this movie, and know where it's going. So, so if you haven't seen it yet, please get out, see it. Like a couple, maybe for those of you who want to know a little bit more, I will tell you a little bit more about the plot. I think I'm going to stop here for the spoiler-free people, just to still say subscribe, like, do all that stuff for my channel. Please share these videos. I do want more people to see them. I would like to grow a little bit in my channel if I can. But for those of you who are done with the you don't want spoilers even on a movie like this, by all means, thank you for watching as long as you did. Spoiler time for those of you who don't care about spoilers. The one character that I said, the one girl's dad, you know, he's a mechanic. He lets his girl do it. Another guy, another girl, she's like a food delivery person, has to disguise herself as a boy to be able to deliver food for her family. She comes on the team. Another girl who's playing soccer, she comes on the team. And I forget, and the last girl is really into racing cars on video games. She comes on the team. That kind of makes up your 4 characters. Now they blow over some of the things, like why, like whenever it gets too political, they touch it and then they leave. which is fine. I guess we want to try and stay as unpolitical as we can when this happens. The very first competition the girls go to, they don't place, not really. They're given a second place, achievement type medal, and you feel kind of like, well, that's kind of BS, right? For those of us who care about merit scores, you're like, why'd they get this yay achievement second place thing? The movie even calls itself out for that. It says, look, like the main character lady, let's see here, Roya Mabub is the character. She says, look, that's great. It's nice. The girls are excited, but we need to do better. We need to win, right? So even the movie recognizes it for what it is. There's a part where after that happens, because during the competition, apparently people sign each other's T-shirts, and the boy, a boy from Denmark, I think, Holland, somewhere, signs the one girl's T-shirt, and her dad's mad, wants her off the team when she gets back. And the very next day she's back and says, we're going to do it anyways. So again, you get that touch and go of what's political about it, and then they just move on. So you kind of have to fill in the blanks. What might have happened behind the scenes? Trying to get to that first competition, they run into, our embassy to get their visas. Only 2 of them get visas. And then when they go back to complain, one of those visas is snatched, and they have to appeal to American and Western media to be able to get enough PR to be able to even go to that first competition. So there's issues with their robots kit the first time when it comes in. Does it get through customs? And the Afghanistan government's like, well, could it be a bomb? So, all these things are happening. Some of it's a little schmaltzy. When they have to get on the plane the first time, there's only 2 tickets left, and people start standing up and saying, you can have my ticket, I'll give you my ticket. Look, maybe that happened, maybe it didn't in real life. I like to think it might have. That'd be cool. But it's even for what it is, you're okay with it because you're invested in the movie and you want these girls to succeed. All of these things that happen, you're okay with. When they get a little schmaltzy, you're still okay with it. It happens. It's okay. The Taliban does threaten the one girl's dad. I don't want to get too much, but you can probably guess what that ultimately means for him. That's so sad. Good side characters. The one brother that goes with them, I got him down here. It's Ali Mabub. He's a good character. This does have that one Phoebe whatever. She was in the newest Indiana Jones movie. I didn't even put her name and list on here. I don't really like her that much. In fact, so many of these people are people you don't know as actors. When she comes into it near the end of the movie, it's almost distracting. It almost pulls you out of the story, and that's when you see her. If you know her, that might bother you a little bit, and so just know that she's in this and it comes up. Otherwise, all these people are, at least to me, unknowns. Otherwise, I do recommend you all go see this movie. Please go out, put some comments if you liked it. If you didn't like it, put in the comments why. Share this video, subscribe to my videos, like my videos. Thank you for coming in and viewing this video. And for that, I'm going to go. But hey, everybody, I'll see you at the movies.